ranking every live-action Spider-Man villain. Now, I won't be including characters from the Sony Universe movies, mostly because a lot of them were more of anti-heroes, and because Spider-Man never even interacted with them. But at the very bottom, I have Amazing Spider-Man 2's Green Goblin. He was just super ugly, and everything about him was awful. Following him, I have Venom from Spider-Man 3. He was pretty underutilized compared to what Venom can do in the comics, and Andy's voice as the voice of Venom was super uncanny. After that, I have the Rhino from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't think he was terrible, but he only had like 1 minute of screen time in the Rhino mech. Next is the New Goblin from Spider-Man 3. I guess he was fine, but I prefer him as an aide to Peter instead of a villain. Following him, I'll go with the Lizard. While he was amazing in, well, The Amazing Spider-Man 1, he got outshined by Electro in Spider-Man No Way Home. Speaking of Electro, he's next. He was not a very good villain in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and his design was just terrible. But fortunately, he got redeemed in No Way Home. He may not have had a comic-accurate suit, but he still looked miles better than he did before. Next I go with Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming. He was a pretty good villain, and Michael Keaton did an amazing job as Adrian Toomes. His outfit is definitely an acquired taste, but the mask and giant wings are definitely an interesting take on the character. I think I'll go with Mysterio from Spider-Man Far From Home next. He was a pretty good villain, and destroyed Peter Parker's life. His actual design was pretty good, and it was a nice mix of comic and live action. Jake Gyllenhaal did an exceptional job as Quentin Beck, and it's unfortunate that he died at the end of Far From Home. After Mysterio, I'll go Sandman from Spider-Man 3. He was honestly amazing and had a great story. He was truly a good written character, even though the movie he was in wasn't the best. Also, his outfit was super comic accurate. Not that it's hard to make a comic accurate Sandman, it's just something to know. For the second to first place, I have Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2. Doc Ock was freaking amazing in this movie, and I couldn't imagine a world without Alfred Molina's take on Otto Octavius. While he was far from having a comic accurate suit, he was still amazingly written, and that transferred over well in Spider-Man No Way Home. And speaking of Spider-Man No Way Home, that brings me to the best live-action Spider-Man villain of all time, that being the Green Goblin played by Willem Dafoe. I mean, this shouldn't come off as a surprise to many people. This character was amazing, and his suit was really cool, despite it being far from comic accurate. This take on Norman Osborn was phenomenal, and I doubt it could ever be topped. But with that, that's my ranking for every live-action Spider-Man villain.